make $1 million, right? You know you have to start with $1. And then that $1, once you achieve that $1 goal, you set a higher goal, which is $5, then $10, then 1,000, then 100,000, then eventually you move up to $1 million, right? The ultimate goal is $1 million. The ultimate goal for you is to be a pilot, right? It's going to take certain milestones and short-term goals and objectives to achieve ultimately being a pilot. So you need to know how many hours does it take of flying simulation or whatever to be a pilot.
Yeah,
right?
so we have to start from the.
So we start from the end, and then we trace our way back to the beginning.
No.
Instead of starting from the beginning and going, oh, how do I do this? You say, look, this is what I am. I'm a pilot. How did I get there? And then you trace it all back, and then you list all the steps so that you can go from A to Z to B to A, B, C, D, all the way to the steps to be a pilot.
Step by step.
So you should know how many hours you need for training. You should know how long it takes. You should know where to get the training. You should know, with your own personal life, like if you're going to school and you're in education, you have this amount of hours. In a 24-hour day, you have to spend 6 hours on education. You have to spend 6 hours sleeping. Hopefully 6, not 20, 12. You have to spend, another maybe 6 hours eating and praying and educating yourself or, spending time with family. So you have a certain amount of time in your day to study on becoming a pilot or to further yourself on becoming a pilot. And that small time frame, if you know exactly what you have to study in that 1 or 2 hours that you have, chances are every day you're going to move closer to your goal. Chances are in a week you'll know, maybe you say it takes 5 years to become a pilot.
5 years.
Right? But if you have 2 hours a day for 5 years, and you know exactly what you're going to do for those 2 hours a day, chances are you can become a pilot in 3 years. Right?
Challenging.
It's challenging, but if it's a dream, if it's something you truly want to do, you can achieve it. If you put the science behind how to do it. Like I'll give you an example. I have a friend. He's a bodybuilder. Muscles banata, bodybuilder. So this guy, he was like your size when he first started. I'll be serious. He was your size. Now he's one of the biggest bodybuilders in the world. Pata hai usne kaise kiya? He knows every day how much time he has to train in the gym. So he goes, okay, I have to go for 2 hours. He knows what time he's going to go, from morning time to this time, from evening time to this time. He knows exactly what exercise he's going to do at the gym. So while he's there, it's not, okay, let me try to do this one, and then let me go do this, and then let me go run. And he knows exactly what he's doing while he's there, right? And he knows how many reps and how many sets he's going to do. If I'm going to lift bicep curls, I'm going to do it 12 times, 3 sets. It's going to take me 5 minutes. So he knows the timing of how long it takes to work out. He knows the exact number of exercises he's going to do. He knows the exact number of repetitions. And he knows how long he's going to do it for. Then outside of the gym, he knows exactly what he has to eat. He knows how much protein he needs, how much carbohydrates, how much fats. He knows how many meals he has to consume.
So he follow all the schedule.
How many calories in his diet.
Okay, boys.
He knows exactly what he has to do to gain 5 pounds of muscle every month or 5 pounds of muscle every 2 months. And then what he does is he goes every day, and he takes the time that he has to do, he puts in the time. So I go to the gym every day, I go to the gym. I eat this stuff every day, I eat this stuff. Once you know exactly what you have to do, it's not hard doing it. The hard part is not knowing what to do and then trying to do it.
So I have to know what I want to be, and I have to do according to the...
Whatever it is you want to be, you have to be sure that that's what you want to be.
What is the requirement?
And then you have to know what it takes to become that.
Yeah.
And then when you know what it takes to become that, you have to know how you're going to do what it takes. And then when you know how to do what it takes, then you just do it. You find 3 other people to help you, mentor you, stay on your case, because all of us get lazy. All of us lose track. All of us get bored. All of us have bad attention and get distracted. So if you have 3-4 people who support you and say, look, I know you're going to be a pilot, or you find a pilot who is a pilot right now, and you say, sir, if you were me, how would I become you in the fastest way possible? And the pilot will tell you, this is the shortcut. This is the secret. This is the fastest way. This is what you don't do. Don't waste time here. Don't waste time here. And then when you have mentors of people who are what you want to be, the chances of you getting there are 100% more, and the process of getting there is 100% faster.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. So like when I was 24, I made $1 million. When I was 25, I was broke, completely broke. I owed like hundreds of thousands of dollars to people. I sat there and I spent time looking at my life and saying, look, this is what I did wrong. This is what I did wrong with the money. This is what I did wrong with, the time. This is what I did wrong with this. This is what I did wrong with that. And I analyzed and I studied and I built a system on how I can do the right things. Then I laid out the time it took to do those right things. Then I figured out, the process of how I was going to do it. I basically broke everything down to a simple ABC 1, 2, 3 science. And then I just did it. And in that time to now, I have dozens and dozens of companies, hundreds of millions of dollars, thousands of employees, all of this stuff, because I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And it's that, there's this whole law of attraction and these metaphysical and stuff that, you think about. If the universe knows what you want to do, and you're clear, you can do anything. If I tell you, okay, look, Maria, or if I sit in a taxi and I tell the taxi driver to take me to Media One Hotel, the one we were just at, but I tell him every time he goes somewhere, I tell him, turn left, turn right, turn here, turn there. I keep giving him, changing direction. What are the chances we'll ever get to the hotel? Very, very slim, right? If I keep changing direction, the taxi driver is going to kick me. He's going to say, get out of my car, man. Like you wanted to go to this one place, I could have got there faster. That's what we do with our minds. We want to go somewhere, we have a goal, we want to achieve something, but we keep distracting it. Thoughts keep coming in, things keep changing. The situation around you, your environment changes. There's so many distractions. So that what you tell your mind, your subconscious mind, what you tell yourself to do, you keep telling yourself something else. So when you give, a different direction, you never get to your destination. If I know, like GPS, right? GPS tells you how to get from one place to the other place, exact route. Turn here, turn there, keep going straight, 500 yards, this and that. If you know exactly, through a GPS system, exactly what your goal is, how you're going to get there, what you're going to do, chances of you getting there are 100%. Right? Who has ever, I've heard of people still get lost with GPS because they don't follow it, But like, who has ever heard of someone who has GPS, knows the exact route of the destination, and did not end up at their destination? Give me one example. No, it's impossible. It's impossible because you didn't follow the route. You had to. If you follow the exact thing, it tells you, unless it's a bad GPS system or something, right? Unless it's wrong, unless your pathway is wrong, it's impossible for you not to get to where you're trying to go. Now, it works the same way with your dream, with your goals, with everything you're trying to do. If we can break it down to a simple science, like, look, we need to generate 1 million dirhams, right? We need to support 35 kids. Yeah. We know exactly what it costs. We know the time we have to do it. We know exactly how we're going to do it. What our approach is, who we're going to approach, what business we're going to start, what ideas we're going to implement. Then it becomes very, very, very simple for us to make that money. Then it's just a matter of time. It's okay, it's going to take me, 1,000 hours to do this. And if I do exactly what I'm supposed to do for those 1,000 hours, I have that 1 million dirhams. Very, very simple. Okay, so how much did you spend?
I don't know. I just did education, college. If it's really a dream, right? To education, to college, accommodation, medical, dental, food. I don't know.
You didn't go specific though. See, look. Education for 600 kids.
Yeah.
Times 62,000 AED per year, secondary education. That's for each kid?
Yeah.
So 600 times 62,000?
Yeah. So
okay.
Like money's gone.
No, money's not gone. You have tons of money.
And then 600 kids times 9,000 pounds per year.
For all this stuff?
Very high.
For all this stuff?
That's not even high.
This college.
Okay, so accommodation, how much?
I don't know, it's 400 pounds, 300 pounds per
so
month.
Fill in each one to as best as you know it. You won't know exact specific because you didn't call the place and ask them how much. But if you did, based on estimation, try to do your best to fill it in as much as possible.